Hi everyone, my name is Martinique Brown and I am the owner and founder of Today I Want to Be. We are solving the problem of kids and youth not seeing someone who looks just like them in a variety of career fields. We are a career exploration resource for parents and educators, and through our interactive products and virtual interviews, kids and youth are able to see representation of their race and gender in career fields that they may not even know about. With every product we create, from our educational aids to our apparel and accessories, we are intentional about encouraging and helping kids and youth see that they can become anything they want to be. We are the only company who not only focuses on career exploration for kids and youth, but we also give them an opportunity to ask professionals about their careers every month during our free live virtual interviews as student co-hosts. If you are looking for a company that is dedicated to helping your child or student see that they can become anything they want to be, make sure you visit todayiwanttobe.com today. Calling all authors and publishers. Did you know Everything Authors has a free downloadable directory of platforms you can promote your book on? No longer will you have to search multiple places to market your book because you can find them here. Download your list today at everythingauthors.com/free-resources. That's everythingauthors.com/free-resources.
trained?
A
To be a teacher, like Miss Joseph. Very good. I see. Or you could be, who remembers? Say, I can be a social worker. Yes, a social worker.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. I'm your host, Martinique Brown. I'm so excited that you guys have decided to tune in to the show today. I'm so excited about our guest author, Shayna Bell. She has written a book called There's Power in Your Stamp, a comprehensive guide to notary signing success. And I'm really excited to have her on the show is because I'm telling you, you all, I live out of state. And so when I need my mom or my sister to sign something, they like, oh, you gotta get a notary. They gotta be notarized. I'm like, okay. So, so I'm really excited to have Shayna here on the show today. And you guys will be able to ask her a lot more questions about her book, as well as, maybe this is something that you're interested in going into as well. You could definitely ask her questions about that as well. But if you're tuning in from any other page other than Martinique Y. Brown or even Shayna's page, which is that mobile notary dispatch services, or Everything Authors YouTube channel, I need you to come on over to one of those three pages so that I can see your questions and your comments, because this is an interactive show. We want you to post those questions and comments because Shayna is here for you. She can answer what you need to know. So make sure you go ahead and share this video now so that more people will know about Shayna, as well as her book, as well as the different services that she offers as well. So Shayna, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
You are welcome. So now remember, you all, if this is your first time tuning in, you're going to say, is Martinique a broken record? Yes, I am, because I'm always going to be directing you to that description box, because that's actually where Shayna's contact information is, as well as if you say to yourself, you know what, I want that book. what you should be saying. But if you go right there next to that dollar sign, you will actually see the link to her website and her Amazon .com link, and that's going to directly direct you to her book. And so you can actually read the book summary, and gift it to yourself. I'm telling you, I know Christmas is over and you bought all these other people's stuff. It's okay to gift yourself something. So, but I'm really excited to have her on the show. So, Shayna, tell our viewers just a little bit more about yourself and how long you've been a published author.
So, yes, my name is Shayna Bell. I am the president of Mobile Notary Dispatch Services and SA Bell Mobile Signing Services, as well as the author of There's Power in Your Stamp. There's Power in Your Stamp recently launched in November, and it has really grown so far. It truly has, the sales have really kicked off. But the most important thing about it is educating people to understand the power in their stamp. A lot of people are notaries for their job, and a lot of people don't know what the other resources and the other income that they can have when they use their stamp in other ways.
That's good. That's good. So now I see Marilyn Cotton is tuning in as well as Lindsay Bevins. They say, "Good evening, ladies. Good evening, you all." For our
Hello.
other people that's tuning in, tell them, Shayna, we will not bite you. Give us a virtual shout out.
Yes.
Let us
Yes,
know that you are in
please.
the house. Yes.
I'm here. Please come join us. Ask all the questions. If you are a notary, if you are not a notary, if you are looking for a lucrative side hustle, join
That's
this
good.
room. This is where you need to be.
This is where you need to be. And actually, also below, again, you'll see where to learn more about Shayna's book, The Power in Your Stamp. So you've actually been in this industry for over 15 years. What made you interested in even becoming a notary?
So I started off becoming a notary for my job. I currently am the business operations manager full time for the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston.
Mm.
I oversee 3 departments in that hospital. So they asked who could be a notary, and I was like, well, I guess I can. I didn't know what it all entailed. And so I became a notary for the department, just notarizing documents here and there. And then I started receiving emails that you can notarize real estate documents. And
Mhm.
I was going back to school to get my master's degree. And I was like, what am I going to, in the middle of a pandemic, what
Okay.
am I going to do to supplement my income? I'm already, we're already pinching pennies at this point. And
Mhm.
so I learned that you can make between $75 to $250 an hour doing this. And so I was like, this will be a great opportunity making my own schedule to do this. So with a full-time job, going to school full
Mhm.
time, I picked this up and I did not have to get any student loans whatsoever.
That's
I was
good.
Yes, I was able to completely supplement my income with this side hustle by closing on real estate transactions.
That's excellent. So Aisha is tuning in. Hey, Aisha. She says she's so proud
Hey.
of you, Shayna.
Aw, thank you, honey.
Aisha, make sure you go ahead and share this video now. So, while you were talking about that becoming a notary, is there a age limit? Like, is there a certain age that you
Yes.
have to be?
So you do have to be 18 years old to become a notary, which, someone straight out of high school looking for something that they can do while they're going to school to supplement their income. It's a great opportunity to get into something like this. All you have to do is pass a background check.
Mhm.
And then you will become basically a representative of the state, making sure the identity of people is verified, making sure they are who they say they are, and also making sure people are not being forced in signing something that they do not want to sign.
Mm. That's wow. Okay, so I didn't even think about that part. So, do they train you on certain questions that you should ask if you think that maybe somebody is signing something against their will?
Yes. So as a notary, you truly do go through a extensive training, training on what to look out for,
Mhm.
what bad identification, people who are trying to fake their identity, people who's trying to make you sign something that you're not supposed to be signing. And so they really give you all of the different perspectives that you may run into in this
Mhm.
business and train you on how you can kind of navigate during those tough moments. There's sometimes where people don't have an ID, and then you have to just kind of look at different things that you can do to help identify those persons or clients and things
Mhm.
like that. And then there are some times where people aren't coherent. They're in a hospital,
Mhm.
and a lot of times I'm going into situations where there's a nursing home, where the hospital. When it was during the pandemic, I was willing to go into those places, but under the condition that that client was coherent, understood
Okay.
exactly what was going on around them. That's the most important part of my role, is to just really ensure that the client who's signing this overall is protected.
That's good. That's good. So now, are these courses online or is it in-person classes that you have to attend in order to, is this a certificate that you're getting?
Yes, it is a
Okay.
certification. So everything is online. To become a
That's
notary,
good.
I do recommend going to the National Notary Association. That's where I've gotten all of my things from, just because it is a national based notary program. It gives you the extensive program that you need to get started, as well as your certification. You can also be listed as a priority listed notary, as being trained by the National Notary Association. And in
Mhm.
addition, you'll also be able to have access to a hotline where you're able to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a
Wow.
week, to ask them any type of questions that you may face in this industry. There are some times where you're faced with some tricky situations and you
Yeah.
want to be sure you're doing everything legally, because you
Mhm.
could lose your license and you could no longer be a representative of the state if you put yourself in a position by signing or notarizing something that you know was not appropriate.
That's good. That's good. So shout out to Taekwon. He said, "Good evening. This is super insightful. I'm going to definitely Taekwon.
Oh.
Now he's talking about I'm gonna definitely be purchasing a book. Don't be playing with us now."
Come on, Taquan. Please go ahead and purchase the book. I'm telling you that it will change your life. It will change your life.
So, and the reason why I want to talk to you about your, I want the viewers to know about your business first before we get into the book, is because we see people a lot of times promoting different services, within their book, but we like, they only been doing it for 1 year. Like, how am I going to trust what they saying? So I wanted, there to be a lot more validation in your book as well. So can you actually tell our viewers more about your company, Mobile Notary Dispatch Services?
Absolutely. Mobile Notary Dispatch Service is an actual expansion to my mobile notary business, SA Bell
Okay.
Mobile Signing Services. SA Bell Mobile Signing Services is my first notary business that I started in 2020, when during the pandemic, when I first started this out. But then when I wanted to expand into a signing company, which I collaborate with a signing service called a signing order, and we have access to over 90,000 notaries. And I
Mm,
can dispatch notaries within miles of any real estate transaction within any states in the United States, whether
mhm,
it's in the city, town. If that transaction is in New York and I'm in Texas, I can dispatch that notary. I'm currently working with a title company in Florida called Millennial Title,
mhm.
and we are dispatching notaries in Florida and in New York. And I'm based out of Texas. So Mobile Notary Dispatch Services is growing, but it is also a training program. There's Power in Your Stamp initially started off as a training series.
Okay.
I started doing little videos just trying to teach what notaries are and how much money you can make, things like that. But then I got to thinking it would be so beneficial if people could actually click on links, QR codes, and go directly to where I'm describing in these series. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where There's Power in Your Stamp became about, and that all ties into mobile notary dispatch services. Being able to help notaries is something that I'm passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
as well as getting notaries to sign up on mobile notary dispatch services as a notary in my network. What that will do is put you on a preferred list as a notary in my network. And if there is a signing in your area, I will go to my list first and I will reach out to you to see if you are available for that signing and assign you that order.
And this is regardless of where the individual lives. Like they
Regardless of
can
where
live
you are,
nationwide. Okay.
nationwide, I can dispatch you anywhere. I'm hoping to expand and grow mobile notary dispatch services and to work with more title companies in Texas and all over the United States is really what I would love to do. And I
Mm-hmm.
would love to dispatch notaries anywhere, and work with title companies in all these states. So please sign
Okay.
up no matter where you are. It is free to join my network. I do not charge for the product, which to me, the notaries are the product out here, and
Mm-hmm.
their services and their training helps me grow my business as well.
Definitely. Now you heard Shayna put out that call out to sign up for the services. If you would like to contact Shayna, make sure you go to that description box, and you can stay in contact with her through her website, Facebook, or her Instagram. And like I said, those links are listed in that description box as well. So let's talk about the book. Can you walk us through your book? There's Power in Your Stamp.
Yes, ma'am. So, There's Power in Your Stamp is a comprehensive guide to notary signing success. A lot of notaries can even make six figures with this guide. This guide breaks down what a notary is. It
Mm-hmm.
also breaks down what a notary does. And then it also describes notaries in real estate. So it breaks down how we are making money in this field and how much money you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Notaries are making anywhere between $75 to $250 an hour closing on real estate transactions. And in addition to that, you learn how to market your notary business, the supplies you'll need to get started, and even how to grow your notary business. That is one of the greatest chapters in the book that I would say is a lot of people don't know that as a notary, you are now have access to additional things that you can do because you are a trusted individual in the state, like I-9 verifications for employees that work from home, apostille services for people who are out of the country and need their documents certified. You can be a wedding officiant in certain states,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're a notary, just because you are a notary, you can do those types of things. Fingerprint services. You can offer
Mm-hmm.
fingerprint services to nurses and even people who are working for the CIA, FBI, and need fingerprint cards. Just because you are a trusted individual for the state, it opens up your opportunities to expand and grow your business and especially who you are as a business owner in the notary business.
So now, if somebody wanted to, you know how we have neighboring states, and depending on where you live, that next state might be 30 minutes from you. Does that mean you have to be certified in every single state that you're interested in providing services at?
So not personally me. There's also options to be a remote online notary. You can close
Okay.
transaction as long as you are within the state that you are commissioned in. You can close transactions remotely now, within
Okay.
any state that they're needing you. In addition to that, if you are within 30 minutes of another state, there's something called dual commissioned. You can be
Mhm.
commissioned in two states at one time and offer services in both those states.
So that doesn't mean that I have to be have a certificate from every state that I'm interested in providing services.
So what they'll do is they'll collaborate with you and allow you to have a dual commission. You will just have to apply for a dual commission. They'll probably give
I
you
got
maybe a
you.
little bit of a discount, but then also give you the rules for that state because every single state is
Okay.
different. And so
Okay.
you'll have to abide by each rule of your state, and how much you can charge. And in addition to real estate transactions, you can also do general notary work, which is very state specific as well. General notary work is closing on wills, helping people with their will transactions, power of
Mm.
attorneys, things like that. People calling you into nursing home. You can charge travel fees if your state allows. You can charge convenient fees if that's your state allows. So that's just more ways that you're building your notary business and your income as a notary in this field.
Okay. Okay. So now, if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you post those in the comment field. So, one thing that you just said, made me want to ask you. So, you can only charge a certain amount. You can't charge like $1,000 if you wanted to for something.
No, so that's one thing. That's why they have state regulations on us.
I got you.
It's very state specific because as a notary, you truly cannot overcharge for your notarial act. In the
Mhm.
state of Texas, specifically, because I have done quite a bit of business here, I know that you can charge for travel fees and convenience fees. However, in
Mhm.
certain states, you cannot charge a travel fee, which
Okay.
means that your notarial act fee may just be $15. It's not very lucrative, but that's where real
Mhm.
estate transactions come in. It's kind of like a universal thing for realtors. They kind of know, and in title companies, they know how much to charge for these transactions, and no matter where you are in whatever state you are, they pretty much have a universal standard amount that they charge for certain transactions, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or modifying your home. There's certain prices set. And so whether no matter what state you're in, you can make a lot of money doing real estate and closing on those real estate transactions as a notary.
I'm glad you brought up specifically the real estate services. Um, and that's actually what you specialize in, notary services in real estate and remote online notary closings. Um, but your book doesn't only teach in how to be a notary in those two industries, correct?
No, this book also tells you how to grow your notary business into how are you supplementing your income, whether it's mortgage field inspections, which also ties into real estate. Whether since you're gonna be out and about, you can tie in Uber driving, Lyft driving into
Hmm.
health services. If you're out and about, you can also become a realtor and then close on homes as well as going out here selling homes to supplement your income. A lot of people have quit their job and done this completely full time.
Okay.
And me doing this part time, I have truly been able to leverage my business and set up my business for success, whether it's business line of credit, things like that, because I also do business consulting to
Hmm.
help people grow their business into business loans, business line of credit, things like that.
Yeah, yeah. So why did you even decide to write, there's power in your step? You could just keep all of this information and knowledge to yourself. Why did you want to actually share this with individuals?
I've always kind of been a natural born teacher. I love to share, and I always think I could take everybody with me. And so,
Yeah.
but that's just a natural heart in me. My grandfather has always instilled in me, and my parents have always instilled in me sharing is caring.
Mhm.
And, I think that it's important that a lot of people don't know what you can do with your stamp. And a lot of people are saying I was just a notary for my job. I didn't even know what it was about. I was
Yeah.
looking for a notary. I didn't even know what a notary was for. And so
Hmm.
this book will just truly grow your mind and like, man, I was a notary for my job for 10 years and I did
Hmm.
not know that I could do all of this and make all this money. And so this is helping people understand the power in your stamp. This is
Hmm.
helping people understand how that they can make their own schedule and make great lucrative side hustle money
Hmm.
without a lot of startup cost. So it's truly a lot of people have to put $5,000-6,000 into their business. This is not the case whatsoever. You can start your notary business for under $1,000 and really
Hmm.
take off. Make all of that money back within 2 to 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and you've already broken even. So I think that it's something that truly a lot of people don't know about, and truly a lot of people want to get tuned in because I really think that it could change a lot of people's lives, especially if you're in school or even if you are working full time and you're looking for something on the side.
Definitely. So, I know that we're talking about the notary services, but what are some of the obstacles that you may have ran into when you started to just do this as a side hustle? And how did you overcome those things?
So in the beginning, it was kind of scary getting out here when you really don't know what you're doing, and then you don't know what you're facing sometimes, especially with general notary work. You get a call and you're asked to come to a location, and you don't really know where you're going, and you
Hmm.
don't really know if they really have an ID. You don't really know what type of document you're signing until you get there. Sometimes it can get a little iffy, but I tell you, I have met some wonderful people. I
Hmm.
have been in rooms where people were not feeling well and they're praying for me.
Hmm.
And I've been in rooms where people were literally on their deathbed, but they felt better because I came in the room and I just made them smile.
Hmm.
Sometimes, as a notary, you're more than just a notary. You're
That's good.
walking into a room and you're literally making somebody's day better. And being nice and kind to somebody is all you have to do to change somebody's perspective on, just their day. And so, even promoting myself to title companies, it's hard.
Mhm.
Sometimes they have their trusted notaries, but being consistent in whatever you do is truly helpful. Not giving up, not caring who is or what, when, where, how. You have to focus in and have tunnel vision on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish, and go
Mhm.
out there and get it no matter what you're trying to do. And that's how I navigated this. I knew I needed to pay those students, my student debts. I knew
Mhm.
that those bills was coming in. And so it really put fire under me. I have three beautiful children and a wonderful husband, and they are also the fire to my strength as well. And
That's
so
good.
getting up every day, I'm being three people at once just to
Yeah.
make sure that I can accomplish what I need to accomplish for them.
That's excellent. So now, if you're just now tuning into Authors to Know in Their Books, where you been? Where have you been? We are talking to Shayna Bell. She's talking to us a lot more about her book, There's Power in Your Stamp. And she's really just helping us to have a better understanding of what you can do if you decide to start your own notary services and business. But one of the great things that she has done for us, she's actually put this into a book. So make sure you go right there to that description box right there next to the dollar sign, and you can click on that Amazon link, or you can click on her website, and you'll be able to read a lot more about her book. So if you're just now tuning in, go ahead and share this video now. Give us a shout out in the comment field as well. So I know that you actually had a publisher, Lindsay Bivens, that helped you
Yes.
with the just publishing your book, and she's actually the owner of the Author's Pen. Can you just tell our viewers just a little bit more about Lindsay and the Author's Pen? And the reason why I asked this question to our author, I mean, the reason why I asked this question to the authors, because I know many a times the viewers, they're interested in writing their own book, but when it comes to a publisher, they like, who do I trust? Who's not gonna
Right.
just give me all this fluff and tell me what they're going to do and not produce anything? So can you tell us about your experience with the Author's Pen?
Miss Bivens and this author's pen, I cannot thank her enough. I really did not know what to expect when I emailed her, and I just was like, okay, I have a guide that I started, and I just kind of want to, turn it into a book, and just kind of how can I do it? Can you help me navigate this? And she literally took what I had created and made it into a masterpiece. She helped me with the cover of There's Power in Your Stamp. As you can see, I started with a different lady, and so they helped me with the design of exactly what I envisioned. She
Mm-hmm.
also helped me put together the kind of like how it would flow, the book, and making sure that it flowed appropriately. And then also
That's
putting me
good.
in the right places at the right time to ensure that I have a successful book launch. And in addition, she was like, Shayna, you know what? I'm seeing as I'm researching this power and stuff, she was like, I'm seeing a journal. She was like,
That's good.
why what do you think about, adding a notary journal to your book, your guide? And I'm like, you know what? That sounds so good. So
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Miss Bivens, there's power in your act, which is right here. This is my notary journal. This is where notaries can
Mm.
record all of their notarial acts. So as a notary, you're going to obtain signatures from your clients, and those clients will sign your book. And if that situation was ever called to court, you will have to bring your journal to court to make sure that their signature matches their signature on the document, and make
Mm.
sure that that date and time is what you remember. It kind of just helps you remember the situation
Right.
surrounding that. And so this book, this journal, I was able to really make it my own personal book, because it has my grandfather's name and it has my husband's late mother in there, her, with the signature, just to kind of show notaries how to fill
Mm.
out the journal. So with each printed book, there's a memorial piece in there for me as well. But in
Okay.
addition to it, each notary will be able to have this book with them, and there's 128 pages. There's several entries for you to record notarial acts, and I've been able to use this journal myself in my notary business here. Just yesterday, I had
Mhm.
a notary, and I use my journal, and I take my journal with me everywhere. So you can pair the book and the guide with your journal. It kind of has the same cover, and it's called "There's Power in Your Act," and then "There's Power in Your Stamp."
So I really feel like that helps you just to be a lot more organized also,
Yes,
like when you were talking about if you I guess you were saying like if you had to go to court and then they had to use that as evidence,
yes. Yes. It You'll have your journal with you, and as a
Okay.
notary, you'll learn to take your journal with you as long as it's in a safe place. Of course, you'll have your journal with you everywhere you go, because you never know when someone will need a notary. And in addition to that, I forgot to mention, in There's Power in Your Stamp, there is a real estate document breakdown section. So if you decide that you are a notary right now and you want to expand into real estate,
Hmm.
in this book, there is the document, some of the documents that you'll face in real estate, and how to present them to your clients. So
Hmm.
that is how thorough this guide is. So you'll want to take your guide with you. It's lightweight, so you'll be able to kind of reference it if you run into documents and you forget how to present them to your client.
Hmm.
You're able to go back to that book and kind of reference it. There's QR codes that'll take you directly to the websites described in each chapter. So it's just really comprehensive.
That is good, Shayna.
Yeah.
Come on. I just feel like that is so good. Because I was thinking about so when you were telling me about there's power in your stem and then you have there's power in your act, um, I automatically went to what is his name? The Five Love Languages series. So you know how
Oh.
he made the book Five Love Languages for married couple, for single
Mm.
couple. And I'm looking like, how many languages? It's only five. Like, how much can you remix this? But I think that is just so wise in how you're keeping that same name with it, and then you're
Yes.
really giving us an additional resource that we would need because we just thinking, okay, well, I'll just have them write it on a piece of paper or something, and then I'll keep it in my folder. Like, no, you actually have this journal, and it could just that makes you just
Yes.
look more professional as well,
Oh, well,
as a
thank you. I
notary.
appreciate. But I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Miss Bivens, I mean, I'm also growing the brand. We're gonna come
Hmm.
out with some bookmarks. That way, you can separate where you are in your journal. As you're out here notarizing documents, you'll be able to have a little placement in there. So there's power in your act and stamp bookmarks. I'm gonna also partner with someone to come out with notary stamps. So be
Mm,
on the lookout. We're gonna be expanding into notary stamps, and I already talked to Miss Bivens about bags. I want to expand it to
that's
notary
good.
bags. That way you can put all your things into a bag. So be on the lookout. We're going to expand our brand. We're going to expand our products, and
Hmm.
even maybe have shirts and bags for you to go out and be professional as a
Right.
notary and in your notary business.
Definitely. And first, Shayna was talking to us a lot more about the services that the author's pen provided for her. If you're interested in getting
Yes.
your own story published, or just having a free consultation with Lindsay, you can definitely do that. Her contact information is listed in that description box. And then Shayna
Yes.
just also shared with us more, what's more to come with her business. So
Yes.
that's why I always tell people, do not be sleeping on these authors, because they are always have something in the works. So I definitely encourage you to follow Shayna on her social media handles, as
Yes.
well as her website, and those links are listed in the description box as well: her website, Facebook, and her Instagram page. So tell us, Shayna, what have you actually learned about yourself through your author journey?
I've learned a lot of patience, and then I've learned that you can truly do it. Like, I never really thought I would be an author. I never even put it in my path.
Uh-huh.
And truly, I'm sitting here like, okay, you went from 17 pages to a entire guide that truly flows together thanks to the author's pen, truly with helping me put together everything that is needed, and then also guiding me to what's appropriate, helping
Mm-hmm.
me to get it copyrighted and everything. And all of those things helped me brand this together. It helped me learn that you really can do all things. Like, if you put your
Mm-hmm.
heart and your mind to it, and all you have to do is write it down. It
Mm-hmm.
starts with you just putting your pen to a paper, or typing every day, and just telling yourself that you can do it, and just one little step at a time, and you can get it done.
Definitely, definitely. Shayna, I just want to thank you for um, just taking the time to believe in yourself, and to actually put this in a book for us, to help us really just have a better understanding of, what we can do, with this type of services under our belt. And I also thank you for just your ambition and your creativity,
Oh,
because
thank you.
like you were saying, some people has been a notary for their job for over, such and such years, and they never expand more than that. They never think
Right.
that, okay, I can do anything else with this. But you're really empowering people and really helping them to see, okay, I can take this outside of my job. And
Yes.
so I really appreciate you for, just taking that next step, and not only keeping all this information for yourself, but you're sharing it with other individuals, to help them see,
Yes.
hey, I can make some extra, money on the side as well.
Yes.
So I definitely appreciate you for that. Thank you for your
Thank you.
honesty. And you all, I appreciate you for just taking time to watch another episode of Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. Make sure you go ahead and share this video now, so that more people will know about Shayna, as well as her book, There's Power in Your Stamp. And like Shayna was telling us, there's more coming. So make sure
Yes.
you follow her on her website, her Facebook page, as well as her Instagram page. And
Yes.
go ahead.
Yes, and I have a workshop coming up on January 27th at 6 p.m. at La Brisa Mexican Grill in League City, Texas. It is a notary and real estate business workshop. I have partnered with realtors around here in our local area, and they are eager to share their experience with notaries as well as showing you how you can even expand your notary business in real estate. If you're thinking about buying a home, if you're thinking about starting a company, all of those things tie into real estate. And if you're thinking about becoming a notary, there's virtual options available, and you can also click the link on my website, www.mobilenotarydispatchservices.com, Facebook, Instagram, and you can sign up to join this workshop. It's something you don't want to miss.
So now we have viewers that's nationwide though. Would it be better for them to connect with you and just maybe, because if they can't attend that, then what would you feel like is the best way to go about like finding out this knowledge?
Yeah, so
Or do you want them just to buy the book?
the yes, you can buy the book, but on the day of there is virtual and ebook options if you want to join this event virtually. And if you are joining
Okay.
this event in person, there's also a paperback and general admission option that you can join us. Each person will get a buffet style meal. Your drink will be covered, your food is covered, and then you will also get a business startup checklist and also a business plan. You'll be walking away truly with
Mm,
all the knowledge you need to get started with any business you want to get started in this building. We're partnering with Ford Realty Group, Gary Green, Better Homes, Carla Smith Realty, and Glass House Realty, Ford Realty Group,
mhm,
all to get everyone, um, starting their business 2024. Come on now. It's
mhm,
2024.
mhm.
It's
Yeah.
time to
It,
get
it we only 11 days in.
11 days in, and I'm trying to get people inspired, and we are all trying to get people inspired. So we're coming together to get you inspired. There's going to be tax office assistants in the building. There's going to be Lindsay Bivens, the office pen, will be in the building. So if you're thinking about publishing
Oh,
a
nice.
book, she will be in the building. And there's going to be Carla Confections and Treslin Tasty Treats there in the building, and as well
Mhm.
as myself helping you expand and grow your business. So there's going to be vendors, food, drinks, and knowledge all in this room.
So what I'll do, you all, I'll ask Shayna to post the address and the date and time again in the comment field as well. You all, we thank you
Yes,
again for tuning
thank
in
you.
into the show. We thank you guys for your great comments as well. And Shayna, I thank you again
Thank you.
for being on Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. Share, share, share. We
Please.
hope that you guys have a great remainder of the night.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone.